Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is my first ever playthrough of Trigger Happy Havoc. I've been waiting to go beyond these doors since the beginning of the game. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I admit it. I was doing a dramatic pause in the last episode, so you're right, Ishimaru. I was late. I apologize. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Exactly, Ishimaru. This is why Ishimaru is the team leader. So they really are convinced I did it, but I have a lot of evidence. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Oh my lord, look at this group of people. Who? The one who murdered Sayaka? Is it really one of us? Leon would be the obvious choice, but I'm wondering if it's gonna be that obvious.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom. Where all your fates will be decided.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what this looks like.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
It's horrifying, but I'm excited. Wait, so we can talk to people as well. Hey, Ishimaru. Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Oh, they're like so sure at this point. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? What about you, Kyoko? You always say the most out of everybody. Well, let's get started. She's just ready. She's just ready, dude. How about you, Mondo?
What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Yep.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey, there's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
You know what's so good about this side? Well, not good. It's horrible. Hey, Chihiro, how are you doing? But like, I like the idea that like, yeah, there's a reason for us to like defend ourselves. Because like, even if they accuse us and we get and like, it doesn't matter if we didn't do it, we'll still be killed. The person who did do it will actually be the one who gets off scot-free, which to me is insane as well, because like, which is insane because they're gonna pretty much just like send us off like into the dirt 6 feet under, and all of us are gonna die if they accuse me, which is a good reason for me to defend myself as well. Because it's not just like this thing. It's like, well, if I get off scot-free, who cares? I have to find out who did it as well, not just prove that I'm innocent. Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. It's okay, don't worry about it. Is this really outside? I want us to find out who killed her? Well, it doesn't matter what she wants at this point. Excuse me if you heard that sneeze.
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder whoever killed Sayaka is, whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Ifumi, how are you?
So the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all to bear witness to Mr. Nagugi's final curtain call.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. And I guess we'll talk to Fukawa.
Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her, very impressive.
Let's go. I guess I have no choice but to get in this elevator.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case you saw yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth, and we'll all die. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The door was closed and the elevator started to move. What is this going to look like? Again, fantastic art. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Bowels. The bowels is a... Oh, wow. The bowels is such a good word, right? Like, because, like when you're describing, like, you know, someone's bowels, you know, you don't want to talk about someone's bowel movements unless you're a doctor. But also at the same time, like, you know, the bowels of the school, like the deep, darkest parts of the school where anything can happen. It's pretty neat. I love describing the bowels of the school, because like most schools in Ireland don't have a bowel. Or even a basement.
Oh, you finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
It looks really nice, but again, not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone, find your assigned seats and sit down.
Oh, assigned seats.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Let's go. We did as we said, and as we found our seats. Oh my god. And then the two people that died's pictures are just there to remind us as well. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. Good point. Very good point. There's no escaping. You can't wherever you look, unless it's behind you, you're going to be looking at someone else. Very, very good point. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Oh my, yeah, look at this. And so the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. All of the above. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, and a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. We're beside Ifumi? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Overwrite this. There we go. Whoa, set skills? Attentive. Oh my god, what? Okay, hold on a second. We got a few skills off of some characters. Maybe just voice. Increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time battle. So, okay, let's see what other skills we have. We have like 3 skills, right? Attentive influence. Increase the influence gauge by 2. Yeah. Didn't we talk to like 3 people? Or did we not? Or maybe we only got 2 skills. So increase the influence gauge by 2. I could have sworn we got like a 3rd influence. I guess not. Open e-handbook. We have our truth bullets. We know what we're going to be talking about. The evidence of a struggle, the replica sword, toolkit, switching rooms, Saiga's wrist, dying message of Leon, bathroom door frame, bathroom doorknob, nameplates, kitchen knife set, IOA's account accent, trash duty incinerator, burnt shirt piece, and shattered crystal ball. Presents. We have none of these. Report card regulations. Finished preparations. I'm so ready. Oh my god, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
what
then
happens?
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the
So
killer
the
really
deceiver has
is
to
one
win.
of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn
Ishimaru.
idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
I love that they're giving us voice acting here as well.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Of course.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Death's barrier. Keep up, Ifumi. Jesus. Ifumi, I think Ifumi did it. Wait, no, we can't accuse someone of doing something they didn't do because then we'll all die. We're gonna be back in here in a few days. Not because someone killed Ifumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Yeah, there isn't. I saw that as well. From our perspective, our POV.
There were
Yeah.
only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
But why would to me it seems like everything's so like put into place and everything's like in its own place and there's not a hair out of place with this Monokuma. It's kind of confusing to me then why he would have this like extra seat. It seems like everything's so precise in the way they handle things, even with like Like the way they build tension, the way they put us all these personalities in here that are supposed to clash. I mean, we clashed on the first day we came in here, like in the first few seconds. So I'm just wondering how exactly that should work.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Sure. I'm already feeling really tense in this.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Sure, Motokuba. It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Yep. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Yep. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It is up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. Oh no. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. So it's timed. So this is where like it kind of differs from Phoenix Wright, where in Phoenix Wright you get like an unlimited amount of time. This is gonna be tense, but there is Ishimaru. Hi Ishimaru, standing between the two dead characters. Poor Ishimaru. We're beside Ishimaru. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Did they just like give us a? Oh my god, make your I'm first. Evidence of a struggle. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Hold on a second. How do we change? Oh, L1.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No. That's not true. There's evidence of a struggle. Yeah, sorry. For this debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, someone's word will appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That resembles a potential hole in the person's statement, a possible weak spot. The weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see someone come up, take aim and fire. But if you're sure it's actually wrong, only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding the circle button. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss
Okay,
Sayaka
so I didn't press it
Maizono.
at the right time.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Oh, this is really good.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah.
I assert that the one
Wait,
who
did we
was
not
murdered
do it right?
was Mi-
Yeah, and the murder took place in the...
In the bathroom. So it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the... She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Did I press the wrong? Did I press the wrong thing?
Was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Am I?
And the murder took place in Makoto's
I'm an idiot. I
room.
don't know what's happening.
Chance to resist.
So you have to. Okay, I'm an idiot. You have to fire out the words. I was totally confused there, guys. Apologies for that. Apologies for that.
Just
That's
a
my
second,
bad.
Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Yeah, the room. That's my bad completely, guys, because I was a little bit confused. That's my
I
bad.
think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
A struggle? Between who and who?
The killer and Sayaka.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
No.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in. And that's where they finished the job.
Yep, that's it. I agree,
Should
Celeste.
have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Well, Chihiro needed some explaining.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, Chihiro. Don't worry about it. Everyone makes mistakes.
So what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound
I
like
love
a
the voice
real
acting here as well.
trial.
Yeah. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. The knife. It was the knife. The kitchen knife that was taken. Make your argument. So they're giving us what troop bullets are the right troop bullets here, which is interesting, right?
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Yep.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yep.
So the
True.
killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do
What?
something
I
like
missed.
that?
I missed it
Son
there.
of a bitch.
Okay, that's fine. It was almost certainly a knife to disappear from the certain location. Yeah, no, it's gonna take some time for me to get the hang of this for sure.
Without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
There we go. Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, we know. So they're kind of giving. I think they're giving us a break here for the first time. I don't know if I have this on an easier.
No.
Is that even possible? I didn't just select the
think it was a
difficulty.
knife,
I picked
but
normal.
Not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Yep.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
We're also gonna have to use this as our alibi at some point
Which
too.
means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yes, Okami.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yeah.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
I actually really enjoy the way this is done, because it does feel frantic while also allowing for some leeway with because I thought it was gonna be always oh, just keep going. You get to think about stuff here as well, which is kind of
Okay,
cool.
so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where
Hi,
does
Leon.
that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh, you're so sure, Mr. Numbers on the Wall.
That's
Huh?
right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Just not recently, Miranda Cosgrove was talking about someone who died in her backyard. Are you gonna say she killed him? No. Stuff like that happens all the time. It doesn't mean you're a suspect.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah,
Let's
hold
draw
on.
Conclusions after we
Love Miranda
presented our
Cosgrove, by the way.
arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Exactly, Kyoko. Kyoko,
Well,
genius
we can talk all
Kyoko.
we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Not exactly, not genius
I don't
Leon.
think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Shush, crystal ball boy. She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to learn more? Of course, of course. I made a mistake already with this. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. I did this by accident. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes focus gauge, and this gauge empties. You can't concentrate, but the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Thank you. The music's really fun too. AO's account. Let's go.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Uh-huh.
But where does that get us?
We know someone took it.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Nuh-uh.
He did it in secret. Nobody would.
No, she was there. She was there. Maybe we should hear everyone's statement though. Maybe I should wait till I hear what everyone has to say as well in the future.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
I'm kind of regret doing that because I do want to hear what everyone has to say as well. I don't know. I like hearing these characters talk. They're really interesting.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
Yeah, and we do. We have a really strong one. We have like a pure alibi.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there, but then when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
This is so fun.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, she doesn't think so, Tagami.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Hold on a second, I want to check something really quickly. First of all, I'm gonna let the voice volume get a little bit higher. Not because not because I want to turn on the music, because I want people to be able to hear what they're saying.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Yeah.
Okay, then what about this?
What about what,
What
Fukawa?
if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
That doesn't make any sense, because then one of us will die. If I am the killer and I get off scot-free, she dies.
Idiot swimmer girl?
Yeah, do not talk about Iwata like that. Like,
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
also, don't call people idiots, like, just because you don't like them, or just because you have something against them. Already she's proved she's more of a value to this court case than you are, Fukawa, so I don't know.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Oh, this should be interesting, actually. Maybe I'm wrong.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
But the other ones...
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no
That's what I was
chance of
thinking.
profiting
That's what I was
from it.
thinking, yeah.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
Who would take that chance, though? Who would honestly take that chance? I wouldn't.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Oh, thanks, Monokuba.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After
Oh,
all,
I didn't need
she
to put
just
her
said
on the
she
hot
was in
seat,
the
though.
dining hall.
At all.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Oh, I'm very sorry, Hina. You can?
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking
Wait,
my
Farik,
tea.
you said no one else was there, though, right?
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Sakura's me, yeah. You don't need to ask no questions about Sakura.
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Okay. Maybe she was scared as well. I mean, we were talking about with Saika being
I got so
afraid.
scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over.
And look, it's fine. Like that makes perfect sense.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
All three of us, airtight alibis.
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorm.
Yep, we figured that out as well.
But
Me
it
and
doesn't say we
me and
have to stay
Maizono.
in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
No, not at all.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
Yeah, actually, there is a problem. Ishimaru's right. I love how I don't know if wholesome's the right word, Ishimaru, but I love how wholesome he is.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, just
But if
move
it
on. It's fine.
wasn't either of
Like the
you,
thing is, I'm not
then
saying it's
what
fine
other
because I can't.
possibility is there?
I can't speak for someone in those situations where they're like misgendered or anything like that. Like, so I shouldn't say that. But like, I feel like most of my friends, whenever they are like, called the gender they aren't, they tend to just want people to like correct themselves and move on. You know what I mean? Don't over apologize. Don't do all this stuff. But then again, that's just like it could be different from person to person as well. But if it wasn't either of you, then what are? Oh yeah, sorry, she said that.
There is one other possibility, right, Hina?
There is?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were
Is it
there.
Leon? Please be Leon.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Dude, like, you don't always remember this stuff all the time.
Because they're not here anymore.
Junko?
Sayaka.
Oh.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I wonder, did Sayaka go and get a knife to protect herself? Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it!
Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's what I'm thinking, to protect herself.
The only possibility.
Yep.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
It makes sense.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it is just
So
self-defense.
you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
I mean, yeah, it's possible, right? It's more than possible.
You may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
True. Oh no. I shouldn't have agreed.
See? He did do it after all.
Fukawa?
No, you're wrong.
Music is really good.
That's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna
Hold
die.
on.
Yep.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the
Kyoko,
killer,
you're amazing.
wouldn't you say?
You're amazing, Kyoko.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
What's the bewildering thing?
What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Do I? Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Of course, Hangman's Gambit! As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit would eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around. The letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and the triangle button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can figure out what that something is. What should have been at the scene? Hangman's Gambit. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, where's the aim? Something hair? Hair?
Now I understand.
The lint roller, of course.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And
That
if
was
I
fun.
were the culprit,
This seems like an easier trial. I think it'll get harder as they go along as well.
why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would we need to? Like, because it'd be something if it was her room, but we don't need to get rid of our own evidence, like our brown hair, because of course it would be in there.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair
Yep.
at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about
Exactly,
the body
yeah.
itself, not just her hair.
Kyoko's the best.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Because of the lint
The
roller.
killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Kyoko. It makes perfect sense. It makes absolute perfect sense. Why would we do that? Because it doesn't, like she said, it doesn't make one lick of sense that we would try to hide our own hair from a place that should be hair. It's like hiding your guitar in your room. It's like, of course your guitar's supposed to be there. You know, like, oh, I hide my PlayStation really quickly. Of course the PlayStation's supposed to be there. You know, it's like Kyoko, you're the best.
Isn't the culprit?
Yeah, Chihiro. Chihiro, I like you though, so I'm not going to be ever mean to you.
Decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Ishimaru is right. We should keep... No, stop being swayed by Ishimaru. Okay, let's keep going.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
We have Kyoko on our side. I feel much better. I feel so much better.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Are we talking about the toolkit?
Then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
Yep.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I remember exactly actually what you're talking about. Are we doing another gambit? The killer struggled to getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is the object the killer broke, which is bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
I like that there's a timer on this stuff as well. It actually just makes things like that bit more tense.
The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner.
So what? You're saying he
break
the door in his own room?
You're saying you wouldn't break the door? Well, I know how to open it.
But if
I know exactly how to open it.
Is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Well, see, the thing is, I know how to open it. Also, my toolkit is still closed.
You still don't see? Okay, then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Man, Kyoko's just slapping the truth into everybody. It was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates, which I'd like to hear more of. Sure, of course. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots there is, essentially only one lie or contradiction is in that debate. What I'm trying to say is that all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Yep. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You've only to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh my god, this has been incredible. And I actually can't wait to see when they get a little bit more tense as well. This is clearly the tutorial. You know what I mean? They don't want us to fail too badly here. But I think it's going to amp up here. There's Ishimaru, hi. Make your argument. Bathroom door frame. So this is the truth bullet we have loaded up.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep, true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
True.
Then the killer ran after her.
Yep.
And they got into the bathroom.
Let's hear everything they have to say.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Yep. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, there's no lock.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely. We know what it is.
Took place in Makoto's room.
Sayaka was first. She then fled into the.
Then the killer ran and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
The only reason I'm using that now is because I hesitated for a second. Sayaka could not have locked it.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Exactly. Maybe you should remember that, Leon.
Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Wow, Leon doesn't remember stuff.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Hi, Chihiro.
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what am I talking about, Leon?
My bathroom
Mr.
door
Numbers
doesn't
on the
fit in
wall.
the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep.
True as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But
He keeps mentioning this, which makes me think that it's incredibly important.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Because it was stuck, right? Like, I think that probably makes enough sense.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The nameplates were swapped. The nameplates were swapped. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the actual door couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room. They didn't know. They didn't know.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Mm-hmm.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.